So what happened at Norway and
Yeah, I actually used to reside in Norway. I've been living in Norway for close to let's say roughly 8 years now. Before before I was deported. So this actually all started on 2nd of January when I went to go and pick up my daughter at a place called Latland Studentbyen in Bergen, Norway. So, and the agreement that we actually had, me and my mother and my child, we had an agreement that the child will be delivered at a meeting point, at a parking lot, on which we both agreed. So I went to the parking lot to wait for her and for the child to be delivered. So she refused that I have to come down to where she lives, to her house, that for me to see my daughter, to pick up my daughter from there. Then I said no, that I refused. Roughly like 15 minutes that I refused, that no, that I don't want to come down there. So it was, I think it was after New Year. And she said that she's not going to come down to the parking lot, that I have to show up. So she insists that I have to come up to her place. That if I don't show up, if I don't show up, then I'm not ready to see my daughter. So I decided to go to her place, to the entrance of her place. So when I got to the place, the child already got us ready to follow me to my place. So her mom just came out and told me that I should be very careful, in a very aggressive manner. Then I actually used the word like, come on, man. You can't be stupid. You know that we have an agreement, and you tell me that I should be very careful. And then she just put the child in to her. She put the child into her house, and while the child was screaming, shouting that I should come and rescue her from her mom. So me going there to pull up my daughter from her. Her parents just came down. They came to attack me. They tried to push me away. So they're trying to prevent me not to hold my daughter. While my daughter is still trying to hold me, while her parents still attacking me, like they actually attacked me several times. So I just decided, okay, I should just stop. So when I just stopped holding my daughter. So I decided to call police. I called on police. So I called the police. The police said that that the case doesn't have anything to do with the police. That it's a family issue, that they can't get intervened. Then I said that this is not about a family issue, that it's a parent that I'm getting attacked. And the police said no, that they don't have anything to do with such cases. Then they just hang up. Then they called the police. Our father called the police. Then the police show up. So when the police show up, and the police they knew that I was the first person that called, so they came to me and asked me what happened. Then I showed them the text messages that have been sent to the mother of my daughter, that I don't want to show up to her place. Then when they actually went through the test, they said, okay, they said that I don't want to come to this place. And then they asked me, why did she decide that I have to show up to the place? Then I said to them, I don't know. So the police told me that I should leave the place, that I have to leave for 24 hours. So then I left the place. So I went to the police station to make a report concerning the incident, and the police, they refused me based on what happened. So I went there again. The second time, they refused me. Then I went to my lawyer. Then my lawyer told me that I should go there again. So when I went to the station to report the case again concerning the parent about what happened at Latland Studentbyen. The police refused me, and they told me that I have to go to the family conflict office. That is where the case will be solved. And then they said there's nothing they can do, and they gave me a paper of where I have to go to. But then I told them that this, I'm here to file a complaint. They say no, that's there's no such thing here, that I can't find any complaint on the parents. Then 2 weeks after, they closed the case. So they sent me a letter. They said that the case had been closed. Then, a week after, the parents reopened the case. After the parents, so they allowed the parents to reopen the case, and the parents now charged me that I have to pay it.
What did they charge you for?
They charged me that I hit them, which I didn't even hit them. They said I hit them. That I hit them on the face, I hit them on the mouth. I said I didn't hit, I was pushing because they came to attack me. Unfortunately for me, I have a witness that actually even saw the whole thing. When our father came down to attack me, when I was even trying to push him away. So the police said that I have to pay such amount for the parents. I also have to pay for the hospital bills, and then I said I can't pay it. That I was the first person that came here to press charges on this parent, and people refused me. And I came here 3 times, and they said that they don't have anything to do with such things. And they said then I said that I can't pay the money because this is my case, and you people dropped the case, and this is my case. And they said there's nothing I can do about it, that I have to pay the parents. So I thought that the case was closed from there. After that, the police started, it's like just coming after me near there if I come out from my place, because I actually left the place I was living. The place I actually lived on when I left the mother of my kid, the place I was living was at a place called Demas Plus in Bergen. So I left the place to Latland to Fantoff student BN. So Fantoff students, BN is a student apartment, student estate where students live. So I moved there. I started living there. So it was whenever I go out, I always get attacked, being stopped by police, asking me such questions. So there was one day I went out on Saturday. So I'm going out to meet a friend on Saturday night on my way. So I just rushed into a bush near this city center. I went to go and urinate there. So I didn't know that there was a police officer, but she was not on uniform, civil police officers. Then she didn't even do anything. After I finished, we put on my bed. She just hold me from my pants and dragged me out with force. Then I go, you can't really drag me out with force. And then she told me that. I said, who are you? Because then I didn't even know that she's a police officer then. She put me out with force. I said, what is going on? Who are you? Then she put me out. And then I said, okay, cool down. What is the problem? Then that's what she asked. Identify herself as a police officer. She's a police officer. I said, okay, you're a police officer. He said that place that I weed, that's not the place that I don't have right to weed there. I said, okay, give me a fine. How much is the fine? Let me pay the fine. Before I got to know, they were like rough handling me. I said, okay, leave me. Just, come on, I'm not a criminal. I'm not an armed robber or like one kind of a dangerous person that you are holding like a serious criminal that will just be here. And the police just pulled me. She still hold me. Before I got to know, I saw a colleague hold me too. They kicked me on the floor. Before they're trying to handcuff me. I said, for what? Just because I wear here. And before I got to know, they already called other police. They came in, so they just also show up with their trucks, like 4 or 5 police cars all around. I'm like, hello, what is going on? Just because I wear here. And before I got to know, I saw a lot of them around me, a lot of police. Then they took me to the station. So after that case is like that. They didn't talk anything. They didn't call me. I was detained for several hours unlawfully in in a cell. So they got me. So they leave me the next. They leave me. They actually let me go on the next day. So after I left. So after that one, this other one again. It was on December period when I went out to meet a friend of mine. It was December period on 23rd of 23rd December 2016. I think that was when it happened.
I want to ask, how has the Nigerian embassy over there been looking after the welfare of Nigerians in Norway?
There is nothing like welfare of Nigeria. It's just that Nigerian embassy, because Nigerian embassy is in Sweden. Because if you want to ask for any assistance from Nigerian embassy, you have to go to Sweden. It's Stockholm.
Norway, where you're staying in Norway, to the Nigerian embassy?
It's not that far. It's like 1 hour with flight. And with from where I live, it's like 11 hours because I have to take a train from Bergen to Oslo, from Oslo to Stockholm. It's like 9 hours or 11 hours. So Nigerian embassy, there's nothing like, they don't even care about you. They don't even know if you even exist in Norway. They don't even know if you exist within those three places, Sweden, because they cover Denmark, Sweden, Finland, and Norway. They don't know if you exist as a Nigerian. They don't know. They don't care if I called on them. I called roughly like a month. No one speaking on the call. Sometime
Whose number were you calling on?
I was calling the consular.
Okay, do you have a phone here with you? Can you call out the number so people can know?
The number I can even show you the emails that I've sent to them, because if in Nigeria, like if you want to send them a message like an email, you go to their Nigeria embassy website. There's a place where you can send emails to them. I sent several emails to them. They don't respond. I was still in prison when I got a letter from them. They are saying that that I have to leave virtually, or I'll be forced to leave the country. I was like, I had 3 weeks after before I got a mail from them to be released from the prison. That's when I got a mail from the immigration office. I was like, how come? Deportation for what? Then I called them. I told them, but normally, according to the international law, when somebody commits a crime that leads to 1 year, like if you commit a crime, if you commit a real crime, you commit that, you know in your heart that you commit that crime, 1 year is when you can be deported. They said no, that they just reduce it. I said, how can is it you that reduce it or the judge? It says 1 month. It says 8 months. But according to the Norwegian law, it says 1 year before you can lead to deportation. So that was when I got a letter from the immigration. I got a letter from them. So they asked me to leave voluntarily, or I will be deported by force. So I just said, okay, there's no choice I can do, and there's nothing because there's no support of Nigeria. So I tried to call Nigerian embassy. So I luckily finally just met this person, the Nigerian consular. He's from the North Nigeria. So I traveled so he told me to come and meet him in Oslo. So I went to Oslo from Bergen, which took me like 7 hours journey from Bergen to Oslo by train. So I went there, seeing him, just wasting of time. When I got there, he said there's nothing you can do about it, that they have decided, the mistake I did was that if my passport is still with me, I can go and hide that passport. I can go and hide that passport somewhere else. And then if I get arrested, they won't deport me. So I can only remain in deportation camp. I was like, hey, no. What I want justice. I've been right.
So normally, what's the Nigerian embassy supposed to do?
What they're supposed to do is to get intervened to the case from the beginning, or to know the details of what's really going on, what really happened. Like all those investigations, camera, because Norway is full of camera, and everybody has access to it. Everybody has access to look at what is going on in the city. You can check it on your data. You can check it on your laptop or on your device. You can check it there and see if it's to see what is going on camera. So tell me, as the police officers, they definitely have their own special camera. So they should do the investigation, but Nigerian embassy didn't do anything. They didn't got intervene. They didn't do anything concerning the case. They don't even consider to be. They don't even show any concern. The reason why I'm actually here for is justice is what I want. Because this deportation affect me in a way that I'm supposed to be in the US right now with my fiancée. I met my fiancée in Norway, and she knows about all these things that happened to me. You understand me now? So going to American embassy now to apply for K1 visa is really tough. It's really difficult on me now. I can't even. So now I've been denied visa now.
Based on what happened in Norway?
Based on what happened in Norway, and secondly, being deported to Nigeria. But I also have my own fact as well, and from my lawyer as well. But they don't even look into that. They just look about what the judge and what the police says, and that's what they just, okay, this is the final. So they refused me visa to go to American. Because we have been approved since 2017. And I'm supposed to go to interview 2017. But unfortunately, I don't have a choice. I have to go to prison. But I'm still having contact with my daughter, with my fiancé. So when I got out, I was supposed to go and do that interview. I was supposed to go to interview to the American embassy in Stockholm. But unfortunately, I don't have a paper because my residence is almost expired. I have 2 months or 3 months. No, sorry, 2 weeks. 2 weeks left to be expired. And for me to go applying to go to American, you have to have at least 6 months or 3 months residence in the country where you live. So in Norway, they don't want to. They're refusing to give me. They are refusing to renew my residence. You understand me now? So that was so I couldn't make it. So I decided to transfer my visa application to Lagos. No, that transfer to Lagos going to make it difficult. So when I actually transferred everything to Lagos, I went to the embassy, did everything. I went to interview. Now I got a message from saying that I'm being denied to K1 based on what happened in Norway.
You mentioned that you lived in Malta.
Yeah, I lived in Malta. Yeah, correct.
So why can't you go back to Malta?
That was the mistake I made. And secondly, because I can't, based on European law, and also based on me going to the United States, I have to make everything to be plain. Do you understand what I'm saying? I have to make everything to be genuine. So, going to Malta, I have to have a valid residence paper to move me out of one place to another place, from Norway to Malta. But I don't have that. Are you getting my point right now? I don't have that. I can't leave Norway. I can't leave the country because I don't have, except if I want to live illegally. And that won't be good for my own case. You know what I'm saying now? So they actually damaged my residence in Malta. Norway, they actually damaged my residence. They damaged everything for me. My driving license that I am using for work, even using it for my own value, they messed everything up for me. They took my driving license for me, even not committing any crime. They took all my documents from me, my driving license, my passport, everything, my residence, everything, my right, everything. They took everything away from me. So it's like I got to Nigeria empty-handed. When I say empty-handed, like with no valid document, even with not any value, like this is because my driving license was from Malta, right? So when I got to Norway, with the cohabitant, because I have to change the driving license to Norway, to Norwegian driving license. So not knowing that it's a mistake I made for even changing to Norwegian driving license. So when I changed to Norwegian driving license, now it's made to be Norwegian now. Now they took everything. They took my driving license, my residence, my everything.
So what can be done now to salvage the situation, to give you your assets back?
Yeah, what I actually want, like, I want the Nigerian out there, like the real Nigerian out there, because I can't do this thing alone. It's a heavy load. I did this alone when I was in Norway. It led me to prison, whereby there's no support, without support of Nigerian embassy. I went to prison for not committing any crimes of such crime they accused me of. So, and my daughter is dead now. Even the mother is like, I only have right to talk to my daughter when she feels like. My daughter wants me. She told me she wants to be talking to me like every day, but it's when the mother chooses. When the mother decides. When she decides, okay, this is when she wants me to talk to her. Then that's when she would, because she has her own phone, but she doesn't have access to that phone. You know what I'm saying now? Just because of me, she doesn't have access to that phone. Because she knows that if she has access to that phone, she will be calling me or sending me a text message. So, what I want is I want Nigerians out there. I want like activist lawyers or human rights lawyer to help me to get me back on track. Because how I was sent back to Nigeria, it was like with empty hand. When I say empty handed, like my car that I bought, my van that I used for business, but unfortunately the business doesn't move well because I opened a company called TF Express. I used like for transportation, to bring transportation in Norway there. But because it was within that period when I was having the problem. So it was 2016 that I actually opened this complaint. And that was when the drama and the police, everything, the mother of my child, the problems from here and there. So everything started. So it's like, so I don't have a choice. So when I was asked to leave Norway, I have to sell my car in a peanut price. I sell it at a peanut price. It's because I don't have a choice. I have to sell it I have to sell it any price. So I bought I bought the van like 6,000 krona. Then I'm saying like 13,000 krona. See what I'm saying? It's like, this will just kick me out of the country. Like, just we want to get rid of you. Just leave the country. So I want Nigerians out there to help me. The Nigerian like international lawyers, like human rights lawyers, the international out there to help me to fight this battle with me.